Thank you for showing up. It's early morning, it's Saturday, so I'm gonna just get right into it. Cool. So this is a training by a mentor of ours, Mark Hoverson, who's done over $20 million online. And this is where the whole idea of the Rise and Shine page came about. And I really took this training to heart, and so I'm just go right into it. And he starts off saying, warning, basic familiarity without sustained effort past the novice level with these rituals breeds disillusionment. Each ritual must be engaged past your common quitting point to be effective and lead you into the quantum. So let me give you an example for the people that are on here. I mean, Javier is a devoted scholar in the science of the mind. And I remember him messaging me a couple of weeks back. He got back from his trip with this experience with the shamans in Mexico. And honestly, he's so devoted. He doesn't need to embrace more books on the science. He doesn't need to have more experience. He teaches people on this. He coaches people on this. I know people that pay him a good amount of money to just be coached on this. But because what he's doing, he's reaching past the novice level, which is past basic familiarity with the topics that he chooses to expert in. But if it's not sustained effort past the novice level, it wouldn't work. And because most people get familiar with content and they say, okay, here's how it works, I'm familiar with it, but if they do not push past the novice engagement, they get this disillusionment, they become disappointed, they think, hey, I know this stuff, and it just doesn't work. And, I mean, is this making sense so far?
Yeah, 100%.
Perfect. So the novice level of engagement is the ultimate form of disillusionment, because you might say to yourself, I know that, and I mean, Javier, out of all the people, he doesn't need more of it, but he's committed past the typical familiarity with this stuff, because the ultimate self-deception is thinking you know something and you only know a little bit of it. You don't know because you haven't gone past the typical novice quitting point where you actually have it, you own it, and it owns you. These rituals actually lead your life because your habits is what runs your life. So what I'm going to get into this morning is one ritual out of the 7, and I want you guys to understand what I'm going to talk about this morning is it's all the way engagement. If you're going to have quantum paydays, like you click a button and make a few grand, or you create up a PDF and your organization grows out to be massive, it starts with these rituals and absolutely shattering your breaking point. So this is another saying from another multimillionaire, Evan Pagan, I believe. He said, one of the worst things is when a student thinks they have a handle on a subject that they think they have a handle because they've been around it, but they don't. They really don't have a handle on it, and that's the leading way of disillusionment. You think it'd be a person who's totally ignorant about a subject, and that would be the worst case, but it's not. It's someone who kind of knows and then thinks, no, this is how the whole subject and topic is. So without any more, I'm going to get right into it. So this is ritual number 3. Replacing standard business self-talk that is based on your past experience, like replacing it with daily, fresh, multi-millionaire, refined growth talk from thought leaders, preferably every morning. And this is a total flood of Jim Rohn, of Brian Tracy, of Zig Ziglar, of all these amazing, amazing, successful people. And here's what I mean. I step out of bed and I don't dare, and I use the word dare. I don't dare let my mind lead the way. Oh, my mouse is acting up, sorry. I do not dare let my mind lead the way, my native standard self-talk, my fresh out of the bed. I never let that start and prime my mind. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to let Brian Muriel's basically living live stream thoughts be what informs my mind. And it's not that these thought leaders are quantum geniuses above me, maybe, or above you in your finest moments, or above anybody. But when you have a solid info product that's been thought through, there's a certain level of refinement there. It's deeper level communication. It's not stream of consciousness. So what happens in the morning, I do not, dare let myself, with my stream of consciousness that is flooded in my mind, that's based on experiences on my own business and past reality. Okay, that stream of consciousness is like living on Facebook status updates. It's the worst thing you can do. It's like you look up and you open your day with Facebook or the news, like that's crazy. Like I believe that's more crazy than people jumping out of the sky. Okay, so this stuff that is the stream of unconsciousness. And when I say stream of consciousness in the morning, it's just it's undeveloped, it's unrefined, it's unthought, it's untested. Most of the time, it's just garbage. I knew at 18 my mind was just a complete cluster. So I did not ever let my thoughts prime my day, because if it ever did, my day was not as productive. It was not as upbeat. It just got controlled by whoever started the day, and most of the time that wasn't that great. So here's my point with familiarity, meaning, oh, I got some Zig Ziglar, he's great. Some Jim Rohn, I've listened to him a couple times. Jay Abraham has created billions and billions of dollars. His stuff is unbelievable. I personally spend small fortunes on buying super good content, like Mark Hoverson, Solomon's CEO, his irresistible info blueprint marketing, Amir's NLP course. You just cannot let stream of consciousness. It's unrefined, it's unproven, it's not good for your own mind, and your own mind doesn't deserve it. You have to allow your thoughts to be guided by that refined stuff, that's big time stuff, and not stream of consciousness. Like I said, when I say stream of consciousness, it's just unrefined garbage. My point is, the novice will buy the tape, they'll listen to it, they're like, oh yeah, Zig Ziglar in closing, I know how to close, and then they can barely close sales. Like, come on, like this stuff has to be constantly through your mind, and if it's in the morning, your mind is being calibrated to that. So out of all of this, the Rise and Shine page came about. That there's leaders waking up next to books, next to refined talk, and posting about it, being the first notification of your day that is filled with wisdom. I truly believe we're expressing and practicing this ritual like no one else has before, which has been already truly powerful. To some of the people on here, I've had Ishmael call me up, and he's like, dude, I'm having more business meetings. I had a couple other homies saying, yo, I'm closing more sales. My days are more structured. My days just get filled with a positive energy. So honestly, this is just one page out of a lot that we have made and are going to continue making. So for those of you watching this recording and want in on this, download Moxtra, message me your email, and I'll get you added to the page ASAP. I truly believe, guys, we're creating something that's going to grow to be another Instagram or Facebook, but it'll totally be filled with straight positivity, straight wisdom, self-development, and knowledge that'll help you grow not only in your business, also grow your mind, grow your character, your passion, and everything that helps you become more of a person, which leads to more of a life. You know that quote saying, we can have more because we can become more.